All right, before we get started, got some clip art pictures here. Take a look. What do these things all have in common? Okay, if you take a minute and look, you probably realize that they fly in some way. Okay, now if we wanted to break these things into different groups and classify them, okay, we could do this a number of ways. The easiest way would probably be living things and non-living things. Okay, so we'd have some living things, we'd have some non-living things. Okay, that'd probably be the easiest way to do that. Okay, that's classifying things. Okay, go ahead and write this down. Today's classification system. Today's classification system. We're going to normally talk about, and write this down, the 5-kingdom classification system. Sometimes we see 6, but we're going to go with 5. So the 5-kingdom system. And we're going to list these. The first one, animal. Now you might see it as Animalia. That's kind of the Latin form of it. But the animal kingdom. The plant kingdom, you might see that as Plantae, just the Latin form there. Fungi. Protist, or you might see it as Protista, same thing. And then the fifth one, Monera or bacteria. Monera is kind of the fancy word for bacteria. So those are our 5 kingdoms that we're going to talk about. Okay. Sometimes, if you see a 6th kingdom, they'll break bacteria into 2 different groups, but we're not too concerned about that right now. Okay. A couple terms. If you remember these, great. If you don't, you might want to write these down. Prokaryotes. We talked about this several chapters ago, but bacteria are prokaryotes because they do not have a nucleus, and organelles do not have membranes around them. Okay, so prokaryotes, no nucleus, that's going to be bacteria. If you'd like to write that down because you don't remember that, great. If you remember it, yeah, that's fine. Eukaryotes have a nucleus and have membranes around their organelles. So pretty much everything but bacteria are eukaryotes. So prokaryotes, bacteria, no nucleus. Eukaryotes, everything else. That would be basically everything else, and they'd have a nucleus. Okay, sometimes we break the kingdoms into 6, and we break bacteria into archaebacteria and eubacteria. There's actually a type of bacteria that have nucleus in them. It's a small group, but we give them their own kingdom. So if you see 6th kingdom system, know that we break bacteria into regular bacteria and bacteria that are eukaryotes. Okay? Now, groups within kingdoms. Okay? We're going to use the dog as an example here. Okay, our dog, kingdom, Animalia. Makes sense, right? If you know, most of you guys, I think, you guys did this last year where you knew all these kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. If you know that, great. If you don't and you want to write this down, that's great too. Okay, now, so kingdom, Animalia. Makes sense. It's not a plant, a fungi, a protist, bacteria. Okay, phylum, Chordata. What chordata means is it has a backbone. Any animal with a backbone is in phylum Chordata. So dogs would be, humans, cows, all that. Okay? Class, Mammalia. Mammals have certain characteristics. So if you have a backbone, you're in phylum Chordata. If you have hair or fur, give milk to your young, live birth, okay, well-developed lungs, specialized teeth, a bunch of things, okay, you're going to fall in Mammalia. So that would be us and dogs as well. Order, Carnivora. What carnivora means is that you eat meat. Dogs eat meat. Okay, they're designed for that. Okay, even if we domesticated them and, oh, mine eat dog food. Okay, they eat meat. They are carnivores. Family, Canidae. Okay, Canidae is basically the dog family. Genus, Canis. Okay, so your dog, wolves, coyotes, they all fall in Canis. And then only your dog has the species name Familiaris. Okay, so if you were going to give you a scientific name for your dog, it's Canis familiaris. Remember, Canis is capitalized, Familiaris is not. It's the genus and species. So you can tell a lot about your animal by its stuff.
Do you need a snot?